Hello YouTube, I am back with yet another serious video message, and it's about celebrities that have been killed, cloned, and replaced with robotic or fake artificial life form versions of themselves. And today's subject is Patricia Martin, Vaughn Stump. And before I get down to this message, if you're not spiritual, this message is not for you. If you're the kind of individual that thinks everything is a joke and a game, including people being murdered and having ritual blood sacrifices and having their identities stolen by fake, imposter, counterfeit versions of themselves, this message is not for you. If you want to continue to believe all the lies of religion and the mainstream mass media, which is run by nothing but demons behind clone bodies anyways, then this message is not for you. If you don't believe in any of this cloning business or Illuminati stuff, then this message is not for you. Don't pay any attention to it. Just click away from the video. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste God's time. Don't waste anybody's time, okay? Now, moving on. The video that I made, that I posted on YouTube roughly 10 months ago about Fall Out Boy being replaced. I understand that, that video it angered a lot of individuals, a lot of people, and I use that term loosely because a lot of the population, I would say more over half, is cloned and dead, cloned and replaced, and there's demons in their place right now. And I'm gonna be honest, the demons are big crybabies because basically that composes of most of the individuals that were mad. That I had exposed this thing, but these celebrities have been on a pedestal for way too long, and they've been getting away. Of course, they're demons; they're not real people anymore. Some were never real to start with, being cloned from individuals that lived long ago, but the rest were real at one time. But they were actual people, but the original people got killed, got murdered, or they got snuffed out and replaced with clone version, with artificial life forms. And as you can see right here, the differences couldn't be more obvious. And the reason why I call Patrick Martin Stump Patricia Martina Stump is because she was born a girl. And for those of you that don't believe it, all I have to say is, for starters, I don't give a rip, and for secondly, the entertainment industry is Satan's playground, and most of everybody there is either, I would say most people are transgender, but the rest, although rare, they're bigender or whatever. And the one on the left, she has quite a glow about her, and you see you can't see her eyes that clearly because of the glare on her glasses. The soul is there, and she looks human. She looks very humane. She looks like she's full of a zest for life and stuff. And by the way, both her and Pete Wentz, although they had an open marriage, because when you're in the entertainment industry, you can't, there's really no such thing as monogamy, because you have to participate in these rituals, mainly things such as human and animal sacrifice, child sacrifice, eating feces, drinking urine, and also eating human flesh and drinking blood and things like that. I'm not gonna lie, to people that I cover, I'm gonna be honest, I often tell y'all that they're in heaven and stuff because they didn't have a choice in the matter. They come from multi-generational families that they're rooted in Satan or devil worship, Freemasonry, transgenderism, and things like that. Forgive me, y'all, if I'm stuttering and stammering around, because I have a bad habit of not copying down notes, and maybe I should write down notes so that I don't get lost or anything like that. But basically, everyone in the industry is transgender, and when they was real little, they're born one sex. When they come into this world, they're born one sex, but they switch them out from practically birth, and around the time that they reach puberty or adolescence, and I would say shortly before that time, their handlers inject them with they force them to take, I would say, hormone replacement therapy or treatments. And on top of that, they're under a lot of mind control and things like that, which breaks later on when they get saved. Is because that's why they get killed. Is because they get saved, they get the new birth, or they get born again, and that's a surefire way for their programming to break. And back to this comp photo, the one on the right, I get because when I see the real people and I see the imposters, I get a different feeling. But the one on the right is a butch female and one of the ugliest women I ever seen, quite frankly. And right here, of course, these are both imposters, but there's an obvious difference. Those are two different clones because Patricia has been cloned many, many times. And somebody might say, when do you think she was replaced? I would say around 2006 because when her appearance had changed a bit by then. Somebody said, well, it's due to weight gain. No, I don't think so. But regarding this photo right here, the imposter on the left, the teeth protrudes out a little bit, and the chin is also shorter and a bit more rounded, and the eyes are also different, and the skin tone is different. The nose is bigger on the one to the right. Again, this is a female right here. I mean, I don't, no offense to anybody that didn't know any better. I can't believe y'all honestly thought that this was a guy. I mean, look at her. I mean, it's a girl, it's a female. She has a vagina. I mean, I don't mean to be so plain or anything like that, but that's the truth. Her and Pete was married. Pete was never married to Ashley Simpson because Ashley, as I said in the video before about Fallout Boy, Ashley Simpson is a tranny and was also cloned at the time they got together and was never pregnant because Ashley Simpson was born a boy. I saw pictures of her back when he was a child and was obviously a boy. And also Pete Wentz was, I mean, it doesn't matter because Pete Wentz is no longer with us, but he's been replaced, he's been cloned, so please wake up, people. I mean, this is not a game, this is very serious business. You people have been looking up the clones, you've been Snow for a long time, and you've been looking up to clones with demons behind them the whole time. Right here, there's a major difference. The one on the left, I get good vibes off of her, but the one on the right is a Robotoid 100%. I mean, it's a dead clone Frankenstein zombie Robotoid-like creature or something. By the way, Robotoids are alive in the biological sense, and as Peter David Beater had pointed out, they respond to routine medical tests such as blood tests, X-rays, things of that nature, but they don't last long because they're unnatural and they're artificial. The one on the left is the real deal, and the one on the right is an imposter. I mean, the mouth is different, the eyes, they just have this blank stare, and the white part of the eyes is too white. I mean, it's not human. It's a lifeless mannequin. It looks very two-dimensional, and even the noses are different. Again, here's a big difference. The one on the left, has I would say a round or square face, but the one on the right has a long, thin face, has fake synthetic-looking skin, and a zombie-like stare. The one on the right, the individual on the right, looks nothing like the original Patricia Stump. Again, here's a big difference. The eyes are different, the nose is different, the mouth is different, and the chin. And no, it's not due to no doggone weight loss or aging or whatever, because the original Patricia Stump, she was slender at one time, and she was actually beautiful even when she was slim. But the imposter is also slender, but not only does the imposter look different, but the imposter is unattractive. And at one time, Pete Wentz was the leader of the band, but now it's this fake Patricia individual. I mean, I don't like calling them by that name because number one, they're not human, and number two, they're not the original person. And here is a big difference. These pictures, they were taken a number of years apart, but the one on the left, you can see the soul in her eyes. And she looks very, relaxed, laid back, down to earth, and she just looks very humane. But the one on the right is not human at all. It's an empty shell, a soulless vessel. The mouth is different, the noses are different, the eyes on the one look like actual natural human eyes. The one on the right has these staring eyes and the zombie like stares like these it's a Frankenstein monster basically with a demon inside of it. I mean, the eyes are like plastic or glass. I mean, like you just pop them right out, and the white part of the eyes, which in normal human beings is supposed to have, blood vessels and things like that, and it's supposed to be a slightly off-white color, but the eyes on the imposter not only look like plastic or glass, but the white areas or the scleras, they're just much too white. And then again with that zombie stare that gives the crease, and the skin is pale and pasty, has no color and lacks color. These two pictures were taken 10 years apart. The one to the left was taken in 2003, but the one to the right was taken in 2013. And both of the photos, what they have in common is they're supposedly the same individual, but as you can see, the bones in the face and stuff, they just don't match. And no, it's not because of weight gain or weight loss like I said before, or aging. It's due to the fact that these are two different individuals we're looking at. The one on the left is a real person, but the one on the right is a clone or robotoid, artificial life form. And the eyes are very different. The eyes on the one to the left are almond shaped, but the ones on the right, the eyes are more slanty and they're rounder and stuff. And the one to the left looks sweet, has a sweet and innocent look, but one to the right looks evil, wicked, and sinister. I mean, you could tell that these clones and stuff have demons inside of them, because it was as my late pastor had pointed out. However you are on the inside, it's going to, manifest itself on the outside. And again, another thing that can't be changed by age or plastic surgery or cosmetic procedures, weight gain or weight loss, is the palate of the mouth. It's the one to the left on the original Patricia Stump. If you look closely at the teeth and the palate and stuff, the shape of the palate is wider on the original Patricia, and that's a female, right? That's a female, by the way, 100%, which is why Pete was so crazy about her. I mean, they actually pointed out in an interview, slipped in an interview, is actually Joe, that they, and Patricia confirmed that, both of her and Pete were married. I mean, I know it sounds too good to be true, but it's true. But back to the teeth, the palate on the imposter is more narrow. And that's the ugliest woman I ever seen. One ugly white woman right there. I mean, excuse me for saying that. That's no offense to white people or anything, but I just felt like saying that. Right here again, this is a female. Look at the narrow shoulders. I mean, I would point out the hips, because she did have feminine hips, but at this moment, I just can't find a picture of it. I had to get it together later, but since my time is running low, be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share. And if you have any questions or comments, put them below. Be nice, or else you'll be blocked. God bless.